Hey everybody, welcome to The Cutting Edge. I am Buck Wild. There has been a slew of news to cover this week as we head towards the 4th of July tomorrow. I want to take a moment to wish you and yours a happy 4th of July weekend. I hope that you're able to spend it with your family and friends. As always, the opinions expressed here are entirely my own. I encourage you to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Let's get into the news. With the Roe V Wade decision last week, this is one of the biggest stories, I think, in the news that's gotten overshadowed. Joe Biden, the President of the United States, the man with his finger on one of the largest nuclear arsenals on the planet, was given a cheat sheet that told him when to enter the room, when to sit down, who to talk to, when to get up, and when to leave. Unbelievable. If this had been Donald Trump, the media would be screaming 24/7 for the 25th Amendment. But because it's Brandon, he's given a pass. Another story from Zero Hedge. A new survey shows that many Americans are going into debt to afford life-saving insulin. In December of 2020, Donald Trump finalized a rule which would make insulin more affordable. Joe Biden has delayed that rule twice since becoming president. His Health and Human Services Department has moved to delay this rule from taking effect, and they have asked to have the rule rescinded. This was back in October of 2021. So in addition to baby food shortages, the rising cost of gas, food, and housing, as many as 80% of the people taking insulin have said that they've had to go into debt to afford it. I don't think that you can blame Vladimir Putin for this, but I'm sure that Brandon's going to try and find a way. From PJ Media, here in Arizona, after the Roe v. Wade decision, pro-abortion protesters stormed the Capitol building. They smashed the windows to try to gain entry into the building while the legislators were there, and the Department of Public Safety had to be called out, and they used tear gas in order to disperse the protesters. State Senator Kelly Townsend said that she expects a J24 committee to be created immediately. Turnabout is fair play, folks. If Americans are going to be thrown in solitary confinement without access to water, hygiene, sanitation, or communication with the outside world because of January 6th, it only makes sense that anyone attempting to forcibly enter any Capitol building receive the same treatment. Barack Obama famously said, "We're a nation of laws." Well, either we are or we aren't. The law needs to be applied equally to everyone, period. From the Gateway Pundit, a pro-abortion protester screams, "I effing love killing babies." Well, this is pretty self-explanatory, folks. When the Democrat Party tells you who they are, believe them the first time. If you want to have a sane, rational discussion about the need to have abortion, that's one thing. But to have some crazed lunatic who can't get pregnant and can't have babies, I'm sorry, men just can't. It's a fact of nature. To scream, "I effing love killing babies," that's just sick. Remember when you go to the polls in November, people, these are the kind of folks that want to determine what your children learn in school. These are the kind of people that want to run this country and tell you what you can and can't do. Another story from the Gateway Pundit on the heels of that last one. A website teaches children how to get puberty blockers without informing parents, including illegal methods. Not surprisingly, this website was found on the homepage of a high school in California, and it gives kids as young as 13 instructions on how to obtain puberty-blocking drugs without their parents' knowledge. The site does acknowledge that these drugs can cause sterility. Providing this kind of information to a child is just not appropriate. Once a child turns 18 and they are legally an adult, they can do whatever they want. From Zero Hedge, reactivation of the chickenpox virus following COVID-19 injections. Doctors and scientists are seeing an increase in the reactivation of the chickenpox virus. Chickenpox stays in your system after you've had it and lies dormant until or unless it is reacted later in your life as shingles or herpes. Studies have shown a higher incidence of shingles in people who've had the vaccine. You may recall recently that Justin Bieber canceled a tour due to having nerve damage and facial paralysis caused by shingles. Okay, I did say that we were going to end things on a positive note. And I'd like to look at this story right here. Hero dog named Lady dies protecting children from a mountain lion attack. Now I know I said good news, but I just wanted to highlight the fact this dog was a pit bull chihuahua mix. It weighed all of 50 pounds, and yet it took on a full-grown mountain lion to protect the children of the family that owned it. You can't find this. You just can't find this kind of loyalty out there, people. Dogs are wonderful blessings in our lives. With the 4th of July coming tomorrow, there's going to be lots of loud noises, bangs, fireworks, etc. Dogs are going to freak out. The New Year's and 4th of July are the two holidays where shelters and places like the Humane Society get more strays that run away because of the noises, because people leave the dogs outside. Please bring your dogs inside. Give them Benadryl or something to try and calm them down a little bit. And please make sure that they're chipped and spayed or neutered. Thank you for bearing with me. I know that was a little different and kind of shaking things up here with the camera a little bit. And I've definitely gone longer than I normally do, so I apologize. I want to thank you so much for watching, and let me give you a couple of scripture verses really quick. Isaiah 5 verse 20, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. Psalm 27 verses 1 to 3, God, you are my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? You are the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked come against me to eat my flesh, my enemies and foes shall stumble and fall. Though an army may encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Well, that is my 2 cents or 4 cents for now. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Have a great and safe 4th of July holiday.